Hey guys, I'm here with another makeup tutorial for you. I recently picked up this giant box of makeup from Sephora during the VIB sale. I've been looking at this for a while because it is a really amazing set of products, and I was able to get it 20% off during the sale, so I kind of could not resist. So when I cracked this little baby open, there was a really gorgeous eyeshadow inside, and it kind of inspired me to create this whole look. So I'm actually going to use a couple of products from this set, not the whole thing, but quite a few different things, kind of give you a little first impressions as to how some of them look in action, and also we'll show you how to create this sort of fall toned, sort of grungy, smoky eye look that I think is really cool. So keep watching and I'll show you how to create this look. Alright, so I'm going to start out with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. This is one of the products that comes in the Superstars kit, and I've heard good things about this. It looks like it is silicone free, alcohol free, and oil free. It's supposed to help set your makeup, help it to wear longer. You can also use it to refresh your makeup. I don't know, it's supposed to prime, set, do all the things. I'm not sure if this is similar to MAC's Fix Plus, which I've also heard a lot of really good things about. So we're just gonna see how it goes. But it comes out. Smells nice, kind of fresh, feels refreshing. I really have no idea if this is gonna help my makeup, but we'll find out. So to apply my foundation, I'm going to use a beauty blender. This is the first time I'm ever actually using one of these, so I'm really excited. I have the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge, which I really love, and that $6, this is $19, so I want to see for like so much more money if this is really that much more amazing or if they're kind of the same thing. Foundation wise, I'm going to use my L'Oreal Pro Matte Infallible Foundation, and I like to mix two shades together because I'm somewhere in between 104 and 101. So I am just going to apply right now probably a little bit more 101 than 104 because my skin is kind of lost its summer color, unfortunately. And I just blend them together on the back of my hand before I dot it on and blend it in. I do like that this has a really like pointed tip to it, but so you can get into like really like areas right around the nose, like tight corners. But I really don't feel, I don't know, I don't really feel like this is all that much different from my Real Techniques sponge. I think sponges in general can give you a really nice, flawless finish to the skin. So yeah, I mean, that was nice. I don't know if I would say it's that much different. For concealer, I'm going to use my Maybelline Master Conceal. This is pretty much the concealer I've been using non-stop. I feel like it's going to take me like 800 years to get through this tube. I'm kind of curious to try high-end concealer, so if you have a recommendation as to your favorite, let me know, because I'd be curious to hear what you guys think would be a good concealer to try out next. I'm just going to tap this under the eyes. And then I like to use my Real Techniques setting brush to buff my concealer in. I'll take it up kind of like on the lid and all around the eye area, so that way it blends with the rest of my face. So now I'm going to move on to some contouring. I'm really curious to try this out. These are from the Sephora set as well. This is the Tarte the Sculptor in Park Ave Princess, so it looks like a little bronzer stick, and they give you this teeny tiny little brush, so I'm curious to see, will this actually blend out contour well, or is it gonna leave me looking kind of weird and streaky? So we're about to find out. So I'm going to draw a line from my ears. Right underneath my cheekbones. And let's see what happens when I... I'm going to blend this back and up because I don't want to pull the color down too much. And I want to blend it up like towards my ears. I don't know if you can see that, but that looks like it blends out pretty okay. Let's do the other side. For a tiny little brush, this actually does, I think, do a pretty decent job of blending this product out. So I'm going to take a little bit of this now down the sides of my nose while we're at it. I'll just blend this in as well. I guess the nice thing about this brush being small is that you can kind of do things like contour your nose without like getting the product everywhere. And I'm just going to take what's left over on the brush and I'm just going to kind of blend it out along the hairline a little bit. Alright, so I'm pretty pleased with that. That blended out really quite nicely actually. To add a little bit of color to my cheeks, I'm going to use this blush from The Balm. It's their In-Stain blush in the shade Houndstooth. This is one of my favorite fall colors, as you can see. It's a really pretty like mauve color. And this is very pigmented blush, so I just need to tap just a tiny little bit. I'll dab off the excess and just apply this to the apples of my cheeks. And to add a little bit of glow, I'm going to use this powder from Laura Mercier. This comes also in the kit. This is Matte Radiance Baked Powder in Highlight #1. So it's interesting because it says Matte Radiance, which kind of to me sort of is like an oxymoron. And it is this shimmery kind of gold toned baked powder. So I'm going to just use an e.l.f. small tapered brush to apply this. And this is one of those products that will give you sort of a very, it looks like, when you swatch it, it looks like it's going to give you like, boom, highlight. But it's actually way more natural than that, which is kind of nice. So it gives you glow, but it doesn't make you look like a disco ball shimmery. So you may want to be disco ball. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But this is kind of nice for every day. Alright, so now I'm going to move on to eyes. I'm going to start by priming with my NYX HD Eyeshadow Base. And I just slap this on. So I'm going to start this look out with some matte eyeshadows. This is the IT Cosmetics Naturally Pretty Celebration palette. This was limited edition from last year, the holidays, but IT Cosmetics does have a the original Naturally Pretty palette as part of their permanent collection. So this is a really gorgeous all matte eyeshadow palette. So I really like the shades in this, and I'm going to use this to kind of build up a base for the shadows that are like super glittery that I'm going to put on top of it. So I'm going to start with the shade Champagne, the shade Champagne, which is a sort of light, kind of medium caramelly brown shade. It's basically the natural color of my lid, maybe a little bit darker. And I'm just going to pat that on. And then in the crease, I'm going to use this shade Miracle here, which is sort of like a warm toned terracotta-y brown color. And I'm just going to gently apply that into the crease. So now it's time for the fun part. This was sort of the inspiration for this whole look. It's the Urban Decay Lounge Eyeshadow, and it is this really gorgeous duochromatic shade. And it looks green in the pan, but as you can see, in certain lights it actually has a purple cast to it. It is gorgeous. So I'm actually going to apply this all over the lid. And I'm going to kind of bring it right up to the crease to where I had that transition shade. Then I'm going to go back in with Miracle, and I'm going to use a round, like fluffy crease brush, and I'm going to blend these two shades together. Just going to use my finger actually to pack this color in closest to the lash line with the Lounge shade, just a little bit more, just to build up the intensity. And then I thought what might be really fun was to use this NYX Prismatic eyeshadow in the color Jaded, which is this really gorgeous emerald green. And I'm going to concentrate that on the outer corner of the eye. So I'm going to add a little bit of inner corner highlight using another one of NYX's Prismatic eyeshadows. This is the shade Girl Talk. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this on my pinky, and I'm just going to gently blend this in to the inner corner. Then using a clean blending brush, I'm going to use a little bit of Snow Angel, which is this very light sort of buttery matte shade. And I'm just going to take that right along the brow bone just to blend that dark transition color. So I'm just going to finish things up with a couple of things, and I'll do this off camera. I'm going to add a little bit of wing liner using my Lorac Front of the Line Pro, and I'm also going to put on my eyebrows with my Anastasia Brow Wiz. Brows and liner are on, and the last step for my eyes I want to take, I'm going to use my Julep Eyeshadow 101 Cream to Powder Eyeshadow Stick, and this is in the shade Orchid Shimmer, and I'm just going to take this on the lower lash line and just smudge this out a little bit, and this will sort of pull some of that same gold undertoned purpley color from the crease, and it'll just tie everything together. The last step to finish off this look, I'm going to use my NARS Satin Lip Pencil. This is in the shade Rikujin? I have no idea how to say this, but it is a really pretty sort of mauve toned pink, and I will just stick this on. And there you have it. So this is the completed look. I hope you guys like it. I really am digging this sort of duochromatic eyeshadow. I think it is gorgeous, and I definitely am also really happy with a lot of the other products that came in this set. So especially with the VIB sale that's going on right now, if you have a chance to get it at 20% off, I would definitely recommend checking it out. It looks like, you know, you definitely get your money's worth, and there are quite a few full-size products in there, and everything I've tried so far I've liked a lot. So I hope you guys like this tutorial, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!